Good afternoon. Welcome to Deep Thoughts While Driving. And myself and I here, as per the norm. It is Saturday. I am heading to work. I got a load of garbage in the back of the truck. I gotta remember to dump that on the way home. But that's not what's on my mind. What's on my mind is my neighbors. And the reason they are on my mind is because for the past God, it's got to be February now. It started back in about September. Started hearing a lot of bumping and banging coming from there. Didn't think too much of it. Having an argument here and there. They were, I'm not sure if they're husband and wife, common law, whatever, but they've been living together long enough that as far as I'm concerned, they're husband and wife. If it's common law, it's common law, whether there's been a ceremony or not, but they're married, as far as I'm concerned. There's the place. Oh, they're stopped. Okay, so sitting there with the lights flashing. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyhow, sorry. Neighbors. Yeah, so they started arguing and having fights and everything. You know, it's spousal stuff, nothing unusual. It happens. Unless you got a perfect marriage, husband and wives argue sometimes. And sometimes you get loud and you yell at one another. And, like I said, it happens. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Since September, not only have they started arguing, but they've started arguing more and more and more, especially at least lately. Not just raised voices, out and out yelling and screaming. From the sounds, from what I hear, I can tell she likes to stomp around like a rampaging water buffalo. It's the only polite way to put it. And slam things. Like she's stomping. It's not taking footsteps, she's stomping and yelling and screaming and slamming things around and slamming doors and yelling at people and screaming. I'm not saying I don't hear him, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting all the blame on her, because it takes two to tango. It takes two people to have an argument, two people to fight. He can say whatever and walk away, and then she'll yell and scream because she's mad at him and he's gone, and then they can cool down and everything's fine. But no, I hear her more than I hear him. He may just be more quiet about it, but she's definitely very vocal about it. So yeah, but yeah, they both definitely fight a lot, and it seems it used to be June, July, August, beginning of September. Really, light turned green. I'd have to close my medicine chest about once or twice a week, because somebody closes the door hard and knocks the door for the medicine chest in my bathroom open. That's the wall we share. So no big deal. Someone slammed the bathroom door or closed it with some force or whatever. However, but yeah, no, it's been carrying on that they've actually, as a household, I'm not naming names, I ain't pointing fingers, but as a household, the banging and yelling, especially the banging, slamming things around, has been to the point that it's actually knocked one of the photos off of the wall that adjoins my place and theirs. And it was one of the ones from FanCon. It was a photo of my wife with one of her favorite actors, And it was signed too. And it knocked it right off the wall. Now, to my understanding, these walls between my unit and theirs is supposed to be like a cinder block wall. It seems more like tissue paper, but okay, whatever. I shouldn't be able to hear them. Not like I hear them. I mean, I don't mind hearing her singing in the shower. She's not a bad singer. Some stuff, when she's singing the right song, she can sing quite well, actually. I don't need to hear her or him sitting on the toilet doing their business, you know. But I can hear it. I hear a lot of noise from their place, but the banging is really starting to get to the point of I'm ready to start banging back. It's really getting to the point of serious irritation. I'm not really, like with this video log, sometimes I need to vent, and this is where I'll vent. But I'm at the point where I'm almost ready to start putting in a noise complaint. Probably should have started doing that months ago, but I understand, it's a pandemic, and people are at home a lot more than they're used to, and that causes other than domestic bliss, let's just say. I mean, it happens. Now, it's normal, especially in a younger couple. There's going to be bumps in the road, and there's going to be problems, and there's going to be issues and passionate feelings about things that may cause raised voices. But, I mean, seriously, this has gotten past that completely. This is the point of, if not a domestic disturbance, their arguing is messing with my domestic bliss. It's messing with my calm. It's messing with my mellow. I mean, my 9-year-old son's complaining, are they at it again? Oh, geez, I should go over there and, I want to go over there and yell at him and make him stop. He's 9. Give you an idea of how bad it gets some days. So, yeah. It's at the point that if the other day, well, about a couple weeks ago now, I guess it'd be about 3 weeks ago, about the middle of January, I got a notification on my phone from about my camera, and I take a look to see what it is, and it's someone messing with her between my truck and his truck, because he parks in the passenger side of mine. So I go to the live feed, and nothing, the guy's already gone. So I go back and I watch it, and this guy comes along, walks in front of my truck, walks between my truck and my neighbor's truck. He looks in my passenger side window in here to see what's inside, looks in my neighbor's, tries the door handle, opens it, gets in, and it's in there for a couple minutes. And he walks out with his hands full of something. Well, my neighbor likes to smoke pot, but he smokes it in his truck, so he's not inside his house and he's not around his kids. Hey, I respect the guy for it. He's keeping it, he's doing his thing, and it is legal, so that's not a problem. And I'm allergic to the smell of burnt marijuana, so I can't be exposed to it. So he's not smoking in his house, so I don't have to smell it, because it's not coming through the walls or whatever. He's not smoking in the backyard. He's smoking in his vehicle, and keeping it away from everybody, so it's safe. The kids are not exposed to it in any way, shape, or form, which, kudos to you, dude. That's good parenting in my opinion. So yeah, basically he lost his pipe, half a pack of smokes. There was, like he said, only a few left, 3, 4, 5, like half a pack at the most, and a small stash of weed. Basically like a pipe or two worth kind of thing. Nothing. He's like, because I knock on the door, and she won't answer the door, because I had written a note and stuck. I knock on the door, there's no answer. No one will talk to me. No one will answer the door. So I wrote a note. Hey, someone was in your vehicle at this time. The door was unlocked. If you want to look at the footage, let me know. I've got it saved. So I talked to him about 2 weeks later, so that'd be about 2 weeks ago now. So it would have been 2 weeks after the fact, or a week and a half after the fact, 8 to 10 days kind of thing. And I'm like, did you get my note? He's like, what? Did you get my, like, he clearly doesn't want to talk to me, whatever, but I'm getting ready for work. I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready for work, ready to go, but did you get my note about the guy getting your truck? He's like, oh, yeah, no big deal, didn't really get much. I'm like, well, he just, like, I don't know if you didn't lock your door. He's like, no, I had an issue. I hit the lock button and everything clicked like it did, but the little lever in the door didn't move, so the door was actually stuck in the unlocked position, no matter how much he hit the lock button. Because, he hit the lock button, so we thought it was locked, and he opens the door and opens up just fine for him. It's like, oh, so he fixed it. So that should not happen again, but, it was an issue and he fixed it. But I'm like, he's like, I don't care. He got my pipe, no big deal. It was just, it was a pipe. Didn't get anything of importance. He wasn't all too worried about it. But, he actually talked to me. I'm like, whoa. But yeah, she won't look at me. She won't talk to me. She's terrified to communicate with me, so I suspect she's the main one with the screaming and the banging. Well, she definitely does the loudest screaming, because I hear her best through the walls. But yeah, I knock on the door, and your neighbor knocks on your door, and you're too embarrassed to actually answer the door. Maybe you need to think about your behavior and moderate your behavior then. If you're so afraid of your behavior that your neighbor's going to come and talk to you about it. I'm not going to yell and scream. It's just, I understand people have issues, but if you could tone down the banging a little bit, you're knocking pictures off the wall in my house, you're rattling pictures on the wall in my house, my medicine chest door never stays closed because you're always banging so hard, it's, opening mine, stuff on my side. I understand you got issues, but if you could try and woosa, mellow out, go in the backyard and smoke a big fatty if that's what you need to do to be mellow. I understand people have issues, and especially as a pandemic, it's extremely stressful for people. She recently got a job in the past couple months. Things kind of improved for a bit, and then things didn't. They got worse again. I suspect maybe because of the pandemic, maybe she lost her job. I don't know, because nobody's talking to me. But, if you need to vent to somebody, you could, maybe vent to your neighbor, get it off your chest before you start screaming, yelling, and banging things around. I don't know. Something to think about. Anyhow, I'm almost to work, so that's it. That's all. Take it easy. Have a good one. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Wear a mask, please, when you need to. And this is coming from a guy who has breathing problems. Okay? All right. Later.